This is for Governor Abbott. Dallas community and everybody want me to socialize, but the personalities don't match. Me having a great personality is different from everybody, not a stuck up personality, mind free, or whatever that is. And people, you want somebody to be up in that mindset. And I think when I can communicate with other kids around the world and I can grow that bond is much different from everything. So um so the question I asked Governor Abbott, what do you want me to do when the connection is different from everybody else? And I don't have that connection because the way that parents think, and I have talked to other parents across the world with their kids in the mindsets of everybody else. You know, we live in a society today where people think different. I was in church in the city and those things. But we want society to put us in a deal. You said Texas is a business place, right, Governor Abbott? And I'm here to tell you why would you do what you did, right? For your society, for your society, say opportunity in business, Governor Abbott. You you got the voters of the people that can be racist towards other people that's trying. And that's not right. Just like you and Joe Biden, you got the people that can do stuff that don't give people a chance to grow and able to grow. So when Governor Abbott and Joe Biden send with job, those things are not quite fair in those things. But Governor, you talking about Texas as a business place, people got to understand the mindset to right. And we dealing with those type of things. And you know, people want me to get along with the mindset stuff. Church in the city. This man just put something on the situation. Don't even know what he talking about. He judged without understanding. And you got a woman that been acting up in church in the city. Yesterday was a bad misbehavior. Yesterday, your police officer's spiritual side is acting up. Nobody wants to deal with that. But you said Texas is a business place, but don't do that where you want money, but you don't want everybody treated as equal, but you want money. That's all you about. You want money. Money without growth mean nothing. You just have money and not growth. You just can't think about money without growth. And that's what you focusing on, Texas. That's what you're focusing on, Governor Abbott. That is your problem. Yeah, your business is a business place, but where is the growth at? Where is the thing at when you got people with selfish, stuck up mindsets and cheekiness? You had no right to do what you do, and you had to boss the left. But the people gonna vote for you because they got a higher education. God got crucified because I'm gonna tell them. I'm gonna post this on YouTube. The Texas Governor Abbott. God got crucified because the numbers were greater. What you think is happening now? What you think is happening to me now? What you think? Racism politics, racism work people. It's the mindset. I just sent the Justice Department something, a civil rights something, what this happened, what happened at Brahms, what this happened at Waterburg the other day. It just happened the other day, the second time I went there. It just happened, the spiritual side acting up. So when you walk in a place and you see employee, it doesn't matter what word I said, but when you see the bad behavior from the employees, which is the spiritual side, and you see those things, deception in the Holy Spirit, and you act like you understand that. You don't understand God. You in your state. And let me tell you something. I messaged the civil rights and I said, you are unworthy of your title. You are unworthy of your title, right? But people gonna still have their opinion, and they will go against the grain and vote for you and vote for whoever they want to vote for because God's staying alone. God's standing alone with all his children want to grow, and you go against that, Governor Abbott. You and your politics and people that got a higher education. You go, and that police officer looked mad in the spirit yesterday. Yesterday on Old Fifth on me, they looking at the spiritual side. Some of them they spiritual side. The lady that the last one to pass, her spiritual side. Nobody wants to deal with that. But you can say Texas have been in your community. The more your community want to deny what they have or racial, I don't want to be in your business. But you're unworthy of your title, Texas legislator, but Governor Abbott, some of the other people, if you don't like it, then quit. Would somebody want to come here when they have challenging problems and they want their kids to grow? And what you're standing for, Governor Abbott? God said he don't respect that. It's just not about your Texas flag. It's about that American flag to give people hope and understanding of love in each other and understanding each other's weakness. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. It's not about what you're talking about and what you're voting for. You got the voters of people that can do stuff, but you don't got the voters of the people that have challenging problems. That's the difference between me and you. And that's the difference between me and you and God. God said you have the power. But understand this, when you have the power, you can still abuse that power. God knows that. God knows the things that you're doing. He knows that he can't control the behavior you have. And I gotta delete the app. He knows the things. But yesterday a Mexican sitting up there laughing. I said, go ahead and laugh. I filed a civil rights complaint. God said I gave you a chance, state of Texas. I gave you a chance. And the racism wanted to take their mayor side. I gave you a chance and the political fuel. I gave you that chance. I have filed a civil rights complaint on every Texas legislator and every legislator around the world because they standing by your business and Senator Ted. I just filed. I should not have to wait. Oh, you put your DEA put my case back. You gonna give me my money for your Dallas police behavior? God said you're gonna give it to me. And you're going to give me my money for your character sitting up there watching racist words saying out there, but you're going to delay it. Because your community, you understand what your society and your community, Governor Abbott. We know what you are. We know what your part of society are. But you want to be about business, right? God said, if you want the business, I'm going to give you the business. But it's gonna be God children business. It's gonna be overpowering what you stand for. Everybody want to look at my clothes. I lost everything in Garvin. When hatred and stupid rappers and communities did what they did to me, it's taking me a time to get back everything that I lost. And when I called the Carson told me to go to Social Security and God, I couldn't go to that because your community was acting ass. But you the one that stand for Rome. You the one that stand for what you stand for. Why black people thinking, oh, God is going against. No, because they don't believe. OG Spoon, look what he doing. OG Spoon and OG people, look what he did. Acting like they believe in God, but they don't. When they go against somebody and play like they in God favor. The people music that I'm playing, I'm connecting with some of them. They throwing punchlines at me. I'm not just, this and that. I'm going to play their song, but if I don't get the feedback of God reaching out to all of us, of reaching out to the gospel people and the singer, God said we expect when we reach out, we hope somebody can reach out to more of the gospel singer. Yesterday I worked through CBS. CBS News talk about music entertainment, who the winner, who the loser. God said when we come together, ain't nothing we can do when we make our dreams come true. Because we believe in God. We been in not just that Texas flag, we believe in God. As a whole as America, when we believe in a higher good, our flag stand for something that's great. You just put in your Texas flag. God said, I'ma hold it down for Dallas and Texas. God said, I got $1 billion drive, but we not understanding the meaning of those things. I'm a different seed. But what do we have to understand the meaning of those things? So we have to understand the meaning of those things. You know what I'm saying? What life without understanding? So we have to understand the meaning of what we are talking about here. Can we understand that meaning? Can we understand those goals? Those things. Can we understand that? Can we understand those things that matter the most? We talk a good game, but we don't understand the power of how we trying to do things. Governor Abbott, your community can go against me all they want, but God know and I know what's stopping growth and progress with God's children. Not understanding the job. Doug McMillan had a chance. And now your community in Dallas lying trying to team up. One black girl walked past me and looked me dead in my spirit. And I wanted her to see God. I wanted to see what we stand for and what they stand for, hatred and lies, to come up. They don't have the same goal as us, Governor Abbott. And it seems like you don't have the same goal as us. It seems like every American don't have the same goal because selfish behavior and not understanding them. Let me tell you, Governor, I see everybody's spirit that sits on your congressman, the Texas Rangers, the suit, the guy in the suit. I see everybody's spirit. But understand those things. How can we understand it? How can we understand the meaning of those things? Right? So we do we understand those goals? We have to understand those goals in the manifest. So, it's about a king, a person that's already rich in the neighborhood. They don't want to let a person lose their kingdom. And hip hop is scared. Dallas is scared because you figured it all out and you maintain when they called you names out your community. You here on one side. You taking society side. This lady, Orion, talked about me, but you ain't paying me a damn thing. Yo, Orion gonna say they ain't paying me a damn thing. But you holding funds because your community and your Texas legend. God say, and they gonna go against God. The people that vote for you, the churches, they still gonna have something smart to say. Because you know what? They faith is not real. They don't believe in equal value. They don't believe in equals the right to grow. And you know it and I know it. But it's about people voting for you. Let me tell you something. In my heaven, God said this. Your piece of paper mean nothing to me. Your vote mean nothing to me. But in the spirit, that means something to me. Your voting, that's your vote. People can trick and play like they with you and act like they vote. We all know this. But they don't really believe in the spirit. They don't really believe in what they stand for. But understand this matter. Patrick and everybody that sit up there with you, you unworthy of your title. Every police officer, you unworthy. Look at their kids, the way their kids think. They think about them, but don't think about the other challenges that other people face in the earth. But you, the one that stand wrong with your politics and what you do. And our black people that come, they want to get mad because I speak the truth, right? Well, I be with them and I'm with God and understanding, but they don't want to be with God. Look at this Mexican that behaved himself in the Ford and I fought the discriminant played against Wale. Look, business is business. But life without the real true spirit, you have nothing. God, see, people can play like they believe in me, then one day turn on me. My mama just got into an accident. Her insurance denied her. And she was in the wrong. And I told her the lady in the spirit was wrong because she kept speeding up. It doesn't matter the thing. You have to see the spirit in the car. It doesn't matter what that, but you have to see the spirit. My mama lost her insurance. She was in the wrong. Why the spirit behavior of the car just speeding up and saw jealousy. You can't put a camera and see the different view in the movie, right? Why only our government and our nation can only see the cars, but can't see the spirit in the cars? Where she kept speeding up with jealousy. Where she kept speeding. Look at this guy. He said he came in to tell you out of line. That's what you want, right, Governor Abbott? You think I didn't watch the same guy that was in the election with you? You think I didn't watch the same guy that was in the election with you and how he just came up and not wanted to speak? You didn't want to let him speak? That's what we got in the state of Texas. We got people just like your judge was acting up. Your judge, your black judge in Dallas County. We gonna talk about that, right? Just like your judge was acting up, right? Your judge in the Dallas courtroom was acting up, right? Being aggressive, right? That's what y'all about. Y'all not about listening. You about being aggressive. But you know what I told that civil rights leader, Governor Abbott? I want him to hear me because I'm going to post this on Governor Abbott. You know what I told him? They want me to be calm while the mayor abused his power and city hall and the members abuse their power while he lied with you. And then the community, the gang community think you on their side. OGP, we think you on their side. They think you on their side. They think you on, look at OGP, they think you on your side. God said you think they on their side. But one thing I heard from the Justice Department, I read on the civil rights, trying to gain the community trust. Your society don't know what happened at that, what was said outside at night in daytime at that McDonald's. But you want authority and you want control, but you want to be selfish and don't want other people to speak. That's what you about, Texas? When you take people's voice away from them? That's what you about. So let me I'm looking at a video from when your election was going on. I've been studying you. And we're gonna talk about this video. We're gonna tell the civil rights what you about, Governor Abbott. What you about. And you and Patrick about. And let me tell you something. I want you to know something. That black woman that was in Dallas County, she gonna know my name by the time we done. She gonna know God's name. And it's a right to do it. See? That is ridiculous. You see? If I was right by you right now, I would be on civil rights right now. If I was right by you right now, Patrick, and everybody take your side and make you win on Governor Abbott, I'd be on civil rights. I won't argue with the people. I won't argue with Patrick and all the rest of them. I'd go right on my phone. That same police officer that's enforcing that rule with you, I will file a civil rights complaint on you and what you stand for and the laws you stand for. Look how you being patient, Governor Abbott. Look how you and your state abuse your power and sit together and act like you in control. Right, Governor Abbott? But I want to tell you something. God owns your spirit. He owns those things, Governor Abbott. And tell Patrick Malone, when I see your spirit, it does not mean nothing. But you can abuse your power. Why they can't have phones up in the courtroom, right? Why they have phones? Because you don't want a person that's sitting in front of that judge to watch your courtroom behavior. Why a person that being on trial can't have a phone? See, God know what you about. You can smile, you can do what you want with the other lady, you can do what you want to do. At the end of the day with that, God said you can do what you want. God said you can do what you want with that. But understand these laws. Without truth and honesty, you have power. Do they believe in? Look at them sit at the American flag. They don't believe in God because they wouldn't have deal with that. I'm watching every last one of them. God said you ain't worthy of your title when you and Senator Ted sit up there. You ain't worthy of. I'm going to put / Justice Department. And I'm going to tell the Justice Department, you want us to have patience while the mayor say racist things to win his election while you abuse your power. You and your Texas as unworthy. One lady passed me yesterday, her in the spirit there. I say, one white girl and her husband, I say, miss her. As she feels some type of way. Miss her because she don't want God's children to stand up for their principle. You're not about our nation. You sit together and a black man is with you. But that black man got value, right? That black man got value, but don't understand the challenge because he's high ranking, he high education, right? Right? That's it with you, right? And you made this video June 7th, 2023, right? God said, what you made, right? Look at the black man that sit beside you, that's standing by. God said you ain't right. You ain't right, and you have broken codes. You ain't worthy of your title. But let me tell you what I'm about that. I just filed a civil rights complaint on every state of Texas judge. And Governor Abbott, if you abuse your power, that's going to be a racist discriminate on you and Patrick. And you and everybody else that with you. And every police officer. That lady looked at proud of me. And she's a Spanish police officer. Imagine she's over the police department, right? Right? But understand this. God said, I move in mysterious. Your money mean nothing to me. God said, you can have my body, but you can't have my spirit. So dishonesty is being given to you. Right now, the network senators got all my account, right? When I came back from Atlanta, Texas wasn't on nothing, right? I started communicating with Dallas, right? My buying go bigger than TikTok. My buying go bigger than Live, go bigger than Instagram and Twitter and Facebook with Trap Boy Freddy. Mine's nationwide. One thing I want to tell you, I'm with the fans. I'm communicating. I'm getting on their social media like on Live Me. I'm getting on their social media platform. But people that jealous, they will try to destroy that. One girl in the Escalade, she was acting jealous, acting this right. You know what I said to Webby? I said the Webby song. She's smiling and laughing in my face. You know what I told her? She want to take my place. I hear the Webby song. I'm from New Orleans. She want to take my place with laughing. They talking about you blackballing me in the industry, blackballing me, right? But Joy and Victoria told me, what else? I told the FBI to tell Walmart Joe Biden, don't let Desmond Miller let his racism change the way we want to change America. and the way he behaved himself as a CEO. Don't let those things don't let those things happen. Don't let those things happen. And we have to understand those things in great many ways. So Governor Abbott / Justice Department, you try to have order and you being aggressive with your police officers. And you're not letting people speak. Just like in that video. So when I go to civil rights, and that's how your black judge acted against me, when then your security guard act against me in Dallas County, they're gonna see the behavior, right, Governor Abbott? That's another example, right? When that black judge in the courtroom will ask with her dumb self. She should be put down from her position, right? Look what you're gonna do. Look what you're gonna do. You're gonna try to abuse your power to and smile with the rest of them. Look at this lady. You would never understand me. You know, I was in church in the city. A friend, Demira's sister, told me something. She used to go to church, and she used to say that they're not ready for you. God said you ain't ready. The racism, politics, the racism, black people that act, and they want to prosecute me because the way they behaved at 1216, the way they did things, the way they did things. What I understand, one thing I told the community, I'm planning on giving back my baby mama. But notice I look for something powerful that you can't understand. Something that ain't control when I'm looking for a wife. That ain't control, that knows what she doing. Don't got every people in the ear that can handle her business. Two spiritual sides that is opened. Those things you can't understand. I done gave people many chances in this understanding. And they gave dishonesty. I have gave you a chance, Texas. God have gave you a chance. Now it's time for God to do his work. God against the state of Texas. You got your state of Texas? God against the state of Texas. But let me tell Governor Abbott, when your state attorneys wanted to ignore me, I wanted to go tell the Justice Department, you want to know the crimes that you committed? Street takeover with intimidation, playing with the mindset, calling names. You scared of your little brother MO3 out of the car. You stupid and you retarded, right? But a white woman that don't live in a different county doesn't understand that, right? Doesn't understand that, Governor Abbott, right? You don't understand the principles. God said, I already know who's in charge of that computer in Atlanta. You don't think I know? So let me tell you something. You and them keep on abusing y'all power, but take that flag down. Take that flag down on what you stand for. You stand by every day, because you don't stand for honor. You don't stand for dignity and respect. You stand for lies and deception in these businesses, and you with them. And let me tell you how you with them. You judge personalities. You judge mindsets. When I was in that suicide tank, and I watched the evilness come from your security guards, right? The mindset of your security guards, right? Just like I'm really eager to read your mindset and your intelligence right now, Governor Abbott, right? Watching your mindset, right? Huh, Governor Abbott? You know what? Trump was in office. He said, Putin, read my mind, know how to read me, and I don't like that, right? What you stand for is wrong. But the different point of views make people not win. That guy that went in the race against you, he just stepped without getting. He just stepped. He had to do months of planning. If he knew he was going to run, he should already talk to his people. He should have already talked. The issue we got with your state that everybody don't deserve to grow. I told you Justice Department to look at what was in Walmart. Look at the jealousy between James and Xavier. Look at the spirit behavior between them. God said, I don't see demons, I see spirits. Look at the spirit behavior. You know, Robin said, I don't fit in, right? But God said, they don't fit in. Doug Miller don't fit in when they don't see the spirit behavior of others. When they don't see the spiritual side of others. When I set up that, I want Governor Abbott to hear me. When I was in the deli of Walmart, 2996, I was standing in the produce, standing right there. And I said out loud, and the customers by me. And seven Jessica employees was in there, right? And I seen the Holy Spirit of Jessica employees. And I say they should start thinking before they hire people because jealousy was coming from the employees. God saw jealousy. He saw jealousy in the Holy Spirit. The jealousy me interacting with my customers, that would cause the problem in the Holy Spirit. They don't understand God. They don't understand God. So God said, you want to know how spiritual behavior, taunting. I saw jealousy out of them. But you know, I already know, Governor Abbott, that you know, because the senator's been throwing punchlines at me from 2019. Right? You know Yellow Breeze and them lying. And let me tell you something. If you abuse your power as a government and Patrick and them abuse your power on any judge, that's a racism. That is racism. That is racism. Patrick, that is racism. So God said, which way you want to play this when you go against God's children? I sued 3 Walmarts. After 30 million from 3 Walmarts. I just sent what happened when I was just in Whataburger the other day. It's the same thing happened in Brahms. When the big guy with his spiritual side was acting. He had a mask. His spiritual side was acting it up in Whataburger the other day. In Whataburger, his spiritual side was acting up. So if I seen the same thing in Brahms, the Mexican talking, if I seen the same thing in Brahms and I see the spiritual side, what that mean? God said you should not have to keep pushing my case back when I'm in the right and you're in the wrong and your community in the wrong. Can your DEA see the spirit of the employees? Can they see the deception of the employees? Look at the customer's behavior. Can you see that, Governor? It was a racist, isolate situation. I can say the same thing in that kid in the mat. The kid that got wrapped up in the mat. I can say the same thing. It was a racist and isolate school thing. It was a racist isolate situation. That black kid, look how far everybody didn't want nothing to do with him. If the whole school isolated with racism. When I go to court, is the DA going to push my court back? I want them to hit me because you know that I know and the senator know. But Dallas want to lie, right? The mayor Johnson want to lie, right? And you want to be with the mayor and the city, them, right? When your opinions matter most. I called the local government with the call center, and the guy told me to shut up, neglect and abuse. But it doesn't matter, right? But you had the power and the keys to abuse your power when your society don't agree on the same value. I gave you a chance, Governor Abbott. And the more your state attorney, you know what I caught on to my first state attorney? Him talking about his tax dollars. That's how I know in the mall. And he got an attitude on his facial expression about the mayor. And then your Judge Kennedy kept denying to address the issues with the mayor. And he lied and he lied. And Judge Kennedy, I told the Justice Department, I told the president, Judge Kennedy is not innocent. If you don't do something about her and do something about her, she is not innocent. That same Mexican that's laughing and they think they won, they haven't won a damn thing. They haven't won nothing. That police that was intimidating me while I was in the car the same day, tell him I saw his spirit. And tell him God gave me many gifts. And those gifts cannot be matched when we believe. If I was in the army, I wouldn't need a satellite to see my enemy. I wouldn't need binoculars to see my enemy. I wouldn't need my enemy by tank. I would see my enemy by spirit. I would see my enemy. I want Governor Abbott to hear me. God want him to hear me. That American flag want him to hear me. When I was in Garland, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, people coming out their cars, standing by that library, church, by that grave hall, and everybody intimidating me and calling me out my name, stalking me, and doing that. I said, God, this is not over. You have not. God told me, you have not fallen. You did not fall. That Garland police do not supposed to be in jail. You know, I was talking to those kids, I was telling them to pick up business, and the other people didn't like that in the community of Garland. I was telling them the books I read and the Taco Bell. I was telling them the books I read in Garland, right? But your Judge Kennedy want to run her mouth, right, and abuse her power, right? We know what was said in that call, right? We know what was said in that call, right, Governor Abbott? We know what was said in that call when they offered me something, right? And I decided to say no, Governor Abbott, and I want all of me, right? When I want all of me, you give to racism, you give to MO3 and them, and this industry being racist, right? When y'all denied me, when your black people decided because they're not knowledgeable, you know what they said in that courtroom? And that judge, you did get that. I can't help that your youth not educated, that your black women not educated, and they listening to us. Let me tell you, they say Texas Music Office is this thing, but you got to know the system. You just can't go on there and not know the system. You had no right, Governor Abbott, no right. Your state of Texas have no right to do what you did. Then they get mad because somebody know you did something. And you tried to play on that. But God said tricks are on you at the end of the day. You know what West Khalifa told me? Not to accept nothing from none of you on Trail App. Because you're liars. And your community get mad because they not knowledge. Right? What was said that always said in that community? You see, your DEA and your dad, I sued the first, and I should not, and I'm going to tell the Justice Department, I should not have to wait when I'm suing the Dallas Police Department. You should not have to push my case back and back where you give your community a chance in Oak Cliff and Dallas a chance to keep behaving stupid. They say I'm a snitch, right? Boosie lied, right? But you need to tell Boosie, and Joe Biden need to tell it, and Obama need to tell that dumb person that you've been watching him the whole time. You need to tell you need to tell him in Dallas and Oak Cliff. You need to tell Dallas and Oak Cliff you've been watching their dumb self the whole time. Tell him that. I told Boosie, I messaged Obama. I told Boosie to reach out to Obama. Gigi, reach out to him. You need to tell their dumb self. The governor that retired, He gave me great leadership. He had to step down for sexual assault. He was communicating with me. Leaders be by themselves. While they laugh, leaders be by themselves. Andrew. Andrew was able to give me the governor of New York. Andrew was able to give you to Huber. Leaders be by themselves. Leaders don't follow. What other kid is doing? What they doing? They following groups, right? But leader had that mindset, right? If Andrew, the governor that stepped down, could give me great leadership advice, what that mean? You know it, and I know why the attorney general getting what he's coming to him. So they can laugh and turn with kids and grown-ups. So we gonna keep doing what we doing. And jewelry don't excite me. Right? So understand those matters and those concepts. So we have to understand those things. How can we understand the bigger purpose and understanding those meanings? Right? Yellow Breezy said, you know what Yellow Breezy told me on YouTube? He said, who's Obama and them, right? Who's Michelle Obama? That's the thing. We don't know if that Obama and them and Andrew and them wasn't watching me. I filed a civil rights complaint because it's about politics, right? And our black people being racist, and they think I don't have a voice, and nobody's not gonna be able to back up my claims, right? So I filed a civil rights complaint. Every senator and Obama and them to speak up, right? They know that y'all won't be with me. They know that y'all want God, that they know that y'all want back up what they did. Right? That's why they laughing. And they smiling, counting their money, right? I want Governor to hear me. What the enemy is doing, right? I'm getting you for not addressing Yellow Breezy. That's a 30 million lawsuit for not addressing him with his lies. And God said we're gonna win. We're gonna win with liars and deception. We are going to win. One OGP, we say when you go against God, God said, what you think they on your side? God said they're on your own side when we giving truth and honesty. When Boosie giving lies. This black girl with the Estolade, she started laughing. Cause I told her, Webby, I know she wanna take my all that smiling in my face. I know she wanna take my place. And she live in my community, right? But that's a black woman with a spiritual behavior acting up. I'm watching all of them, right? I'm watching his spirit. I don't care if that woman got an escalate. She don't need to be around me. She got her man, I got mine. They have hatred. But a woman can have a car and still try to take something from another man. Right? We live in that society. We live in that society. Did my family tell me you put everybody in option? No, they putting it. The mayor decide to put it in there. You and your society actually your taxes. You ain't for God. You ain't for God at all. But you want me to get out there with your community on the Dallas website, participate. Why participate in the community and the belief system is off? Why should I participate and the belief system is off? Kids following, listening to lies and deception, and they laughing at me. I'm going to laugh at them. One kid came into addressing me in the church in the city parking lot. They wanted to be aggressive to listen to social media. You think I'm worried about that black girl? That black woman better stay away from me. You go with your nigga, but don't try to scheme on a nigga because you have hatred and you want to listen to your nigga. I don't care about your astrolabe. But I'm getting you for not addressing it. I'm getting you for Dallas mayor, and I told her, and I'm filing a racial complaint. Governor Abbott, if you abuse your power, that's racist. If your DA abused that power, and your judges abuse their power, and you know what Yellow Breeze and them did, that's a racist act. And you know what the mayor and them said, that is racist. You put racism before God children. You put race, you know, in Jordan, Victoria, they told me, Hubert, you're going to fly back and forth over here. Hip-hop want to lie. Hip-hop don't deserve me. Black people want to act racist in hip-hop. They don't deserve me. Then the one guy said on 22 Savage, he said, I ain't racist. Hip-hop in Dallas showing racism. Hip-hop in Texas showing racism. Hey, the more we sit here and I know the industry and I know the business, I told you when I messaged you, Governor Abbott, I told you why the others look dumb. I told you when I messaged you. You know when I got that message. When I found out about the business and music business and I found out more, I didn't just go to your website. But you want to take racism, want to take right? Because we don't agree on the same thing. Me and you and God would never agree with your American people. And God, we would never agree. We would never agree. So that black person, let her keep going. I'd rather lay in the arms of Taylor Swift or Selena Gomez than lay in the arms of these women that don't got no damn sense in here and they get mad. This white woman get mad in the car. Go ahead. Let's talk about the spiritual behavior of other people. But a woman want to listen to another man because they jealous. I don't got time for that, man. I've been dealing with this since 14 years old, 15 years old. Even dealing with Walmart. And women mad because they ain't interested. Oh, what type of women you bringing in? But they don't want to show no interest. But let me tell you, Governor Abbott, I gave you many chances, state of Texas. I gave you many chances. And you and them abuse you can laugh all you want. But your community get mad because they know what they did. But you for them, right? You for them, but you ain't for God, right? You for them, but you ain't for God, right? And I'm going to tell us civil rights. You for them, but you ain't for God, right? That's the way you play it, right? That's the way you play it, right, Governor Abbott? I'm going to go in my civil rights and I'm about to do this right now. That's the way you for Texas, but you ain't for God and the American people, right, Governor Abbott? That's racist. That is racist, Governor Abbott, right?